Hey, sportsman, John Bergsman here from the Great Lakes Insider Fishing Report. And we're here today to talk again with Chris Schrader. He's our Marquette County representative from the Bobber Shop. And he also covers a little bit over towards Munising. But I'll tell you what, with all the screwy weather we've had downstate, Chris, you guys have probably been inundated with aggressive ice fishermen. Am I right?
Well, I'll tell you what, last week we had the most bait we've ever brought in a week. It comes to us on Mondays. Thursday, we had to have bait overnighted to our shop. We stayed open an extra 2 hours on Friday selling bait because people just kept coming. And I had to make a 400-mile round trip on Saturday to go get more bait.
Yeah. You know, the fishing in Marquette County, and I know you've known it for years from having been up there and being a local up there, but I think just now, people from downstate are starting to get the understanding of just how good the fishing is in all those small lakes of Marquette County. And this is going to build from here, Chris. So what specifically, talk to me about what type of bites have been going good. Now, I know most of them have been going good, but what's been a couple that are just standing out?
Well, the panfish, it's been absolutely amazing. Crappies, bluegills. If you really know what you're doing and want to target some bluegills, that's been just outstanding right now. One thing as of late that's kind of been noticed, though, a lot of guys will be marking fish all day long, and then throughout the day they can't get them to go. Don't be afraid, in the morning if you're catching them on waxworms, and then all of a sudden the bite turns off, but you're still marking them. Just a subtle change to a spike or to a red spike or to a wiggler, and all of a sudden they're going again.
Exactly.
And, that's kind of been a big factor the last week or so.
And that makes total sense to me, even though I'm a walleye guy, because I could correlate that exact scenario to me trolling on Lake Erie. And you troll through an area, there's not an overloaded number of boats, so you don't think the fish have blown or spooked, and all of a sudden they just stop biting. And sometimes for me, it's just the change of a complete crankbait. Instead of pulling a crankbait like a bandit or something, I'll change to a little different action. In other words, that bait looks completely different to them. Maybe change the color as well to an established, well-known color, and boom, I'm into catching fish again. So what you're saying to me makes perfect sense.
Yep, the guys that are willing to make those little changes throughout the day are picking fish up all day long.
Exactly. So what do we got for northern pike and walleye? I know northern pike is just Marquette County is just totally underrated when it comes to northern pike. What do we got a good bite going? Any type of specific spots?
You know what? It really, if you want to fish for pike, we've got anything you want to do. If you want to take people who haven't fished before, if you want to take the kids and just get out on a lake and chase a bunch of tip-up flags and have a good time, we have those opportunities. If you want to go target something that you want to hang on the wall, those opportunities are there here as well. Different spots, obviously there's always a chance of catching a big one, but you're going to target a little different area, different lake up here if you want to catch the big ones.
Sure.
But if you're just looking to have a good time and get out on the ice, maybe let the kids enjoy it, there's several lakes here. My wife and I, a few weeks back, when I talked about this, we put 36 pike on the ice in 3 hours.
Exactly. And there's some lakes up by you where there's special regulations that allow for either more pike or shorter or smaller pike to be kept. And a lot of people don't understand that they're doing that. The DNR, correct, Chris? They're doing that to try to get the fish out of the lake because they feel there's too many of them in there. So when you go and have days like that, you're actually helping the DNR accomplish an objective, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And one thing, I don't know if a lot of people realize it or they just find it's too hard to clean, but pike is a great meal. If you're just looking for a great dinner or go have a good time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with catching 5 of those pike 18 to 22 inches.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of great videos out there, and we're going to do one, in fact, this upcoming year, but there's a lot of great videos on YouTube that show you super simple ways to get the Y bones out of pike where they become boneless. And I'll say one thing about pike meat, it has flavor. If you're looking for a fish that actually has flavor, pike has flavor. It is excellent eating. So, Chris, now I know you guys have some shacks and some shanties rentals available through the Bobber Shop. Tell people how they can go about getting a hold of you to come up to Marquette and access that, whether it's a guided trip or just renting a spearing shack or a shanty.
Yeah, so the best thing to do is check out our Facebook page, the Bobber Shop. We've got all the photos on there of what exactly you'd be renting, where it's at. Actually, we just had it rented out yesterday. They had a great time out there. I think their largest perch was 12.5 inches. They hooked up with some walleyes after dark. I don't believe they landed a walleye, but heck, they stayed and fished till 10:30 last night. We got lights in the shack. It's all heated. They had a great time. So if it's something you're looking at doing, check out our Facebook page at the Bobber Shop and give us a call.
Beautiful. Well, thanks, Chris. As always, you're a great partner with the show. You keep us informed. You keep all of our listeners informed on the great bite opportunities up there in Marquette County. Keep up the good work, and we'll get this up for our partners to see just what's going on here in Marquette County.
That sounds good.